a heads up because you'll get a lot of that. All right, have you been briefed and do you understand DoD applicant briefing on separation policy, restriction on personal conduct of the armed forces, and UCM jargons A3, A5, and A6?
Yes, sir.
And does anyone have any questions, reservations, or reluctance to enlisting at this time?
No, sir.
Okay, relax for a moment. All right, so today's a big day, right? Everybody excited? Anybody scared? I'm sure you are, but you won't admit that. I was very apprehensive when I went to boot camp, so I can only imagine. All right, guys. I have to say I envy you. I've been doing this for 15 years, and if I had to do all over again, I would do it. I'd do it just the same. I was standing where you are 15 years ago up in Dallas, enlisting in the Navy. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, but it has been extremely rewarding over the last 15 years. I mean, when I joined, I had no clue that I'd still be here 15 years later wearing lieutenant bars, standing in front of a bunch of folks in the Shreveport maps. So, it is an adventure. So I'm going to give you Lieutenant McCullers Military 101, a couple things that I think will, just a little bit of advice that I think will carry you pretty far. I know it's really worked well for me. First of all, give 100% to whatever it is you do. There are a lot of things that we do, especially as junior enlisted folks. Believe me, I know I was there. They aren't that glamorous. But remember that whatever it is you're doing that you might not understand why you're doing it, you might not know what purpose it has, understand that every little thing that we ask you to do fits into the bigger picture, which is the juggernaut of the United States Armed Forces. It has a purpose, it really does. You might not think so when you're digging a hole or something of that nature and you're wondering why the heck am I digging a hole, but it does have a purpose. So give 100% to whatever it is we ask you to do, and we want to ask you to give more than 100%. If you can't, that'd be great, but we'll settle for 100%. Second of all, have a good attitude about whatever it is you're doing. So while you're giving 100%, have a good attitude about it. A good attitude is infectious. It helps keep your unit morale up. It helps keep your personal morale up. Again, a lot of times there will be things that aren't that glamorous. You'd rather be doing something else, maybe playing Xbox or whatever. But just keep a good attitude. And the reason I tell you to do these things is because I know that when I was coming up, I really appreciated my sailors who gave 100% and had a good attitude about it when they were doing it. And those are the kind of folks that we want to keep. And if you want to, you don't know how long you're going to be doing this job. I guarantee you might be saying, okay, I'm going to do one enlistment and I'm done. Well, I said that too. So you don't want to burn bridges. You want to set yourself up for success. And if you give 100%, have a good attitude about it, your superiors will see that. If they know that you're going to give 100% and have a good attitude about the not so glamorous things when it comes to do something big, you're going to be the guy they go for. They ask to do it. And again, when it comes time for re-enlistment, whether you guys know it or not, jobs are tough to get out there. And they're just as tough to get in the military. We can pick and choose who we want these days because nobody wants to get out. And we want the guys who are going to give 100% and have a good attitude. And we have, as a military, we have no problem saying, thank you for your service, but it's time for you to do something else. If you don't muster up to what we want going forward. So just keep that in mind as you're going. 100%, have a good attitude, you won't go wrong, guaranteed. Family, I thank you for being here today. Whether you know it or not, these young men have gone through a lot of screening, a lot of testing. As I said, we're very choosy about who we take these days because we can be. going to throw a number out there that you might not be familiar with. The military, as a segment of the population, only makes up 1/2 of 1%. So these gentlemen in front of you are the 1/2 of 1% who are both qualified and willing to go out there and defend the other 99.5 of us who are maybe got other things that they want to do. Again, this day and age, there's less of a connection between the civilian population and the military, meaning that there's less people out there that actually know somebody that's in the military. So as a civilization, the civilian sector is a lot more out of touch than any other time in our history with what the military does for them. So be very proud of your young folks. Believe me, they've been through a lot. They're going to go through a lot more. I mean, this is the first test. There's a couple more to come, and I mean, the fact that they made it this far is a testament to the things that you guys have done to raise them, and a testament to what they have been able to do on their take what you instilled in them, and then produce something out of it. Also, the military's come a long way in the 15 years I've been in. When I was a young seaman, my chief told me, "Son, your family didn't come in your sea bag. Get back to work." These days, if there's a problem at home, we're very receptive to that. And if we can send these folks home for a week of leave to make sure everything's all right, then we do that as much as possible. I know in my last deployment, we were in the South China Sea, and I think we were able to get every expectant father off to see their child born. We were able to send a few folks home because of deaths in the family and things of that nature. So if you have something going on, don't hesitate to let your young person know that. And you guys, if you have something going on at home, make sure you let your supervisors know. That way we can make the appropriate arrangements to get you home if you need to go home. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that we'll be able to do it 100% of the time. The mission comes first. But that being said, we've got a lot of people. A lot of folks are willing to cover down, and we will do our utmost to get you home to see your family and take care of them if need be. So while I'm doing the ceremony, feel free to, I know there's not a lot of space, but if you want to come up on this side and take pictures from this angle, I have no problem with that. And once we're finished, you can hang behind with your son or applicant you have here. Take some more photographs, have a few words. But I do ask you keep it brief so that we can keep things rolling. So once we're done, applicants, I'm going to walk out of the room. You can hang back and be with your family members that are here for a few minutes. The rest of you, I would ask that you go on back to the briefing room so we can get your paperwork squared away. Any questions before we get started? All right. Well then, in that case, come back to attention, please. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm. To support and defend. The Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies. Foreign and domestic. And to bear true faith. And allegiance to the same. And I will obey the orders. Of the President of the United States. And the officers appointed over me. According to regulations. And the Uniform Code. Of Military Justice. So help me God. All right, relax, at ease. Congratulations, welcome. And again, if you want to hang back, feel free. If not, then let's make our way over to the ceremony, or back over to the briefing room.